Hi everyone! Welcome back! Oh my goodness! So I'm gonna be very honest, I wanted to walk into frame because I really wanted everybody to see my cute outfit. But anyways, welcome! Oh my goodness! I'm so happy to be back. And allow me to be the first to say, well, I guess there's been other channels that have probably already said this, but happy halfway to Halloween! I cannot believe that we have arrived. We are here, and spooky season is just around the corner. And today, we are going to be kicking things off right by doing a halfway to Halloween decor haul. I have quite a few different pieces that I've curated since the last time we saw each other, and I've just been looking for an excuse to show these to you all. And in addition to doing the halfway to Halloween decor haul, I'm also going to be giving a little bit of a life update and kind of going over pretty much why I have been gone for so long. But anyways, if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, make sure you stick around. And we're back. Thank you so much for joining me for yet another spooky video. You guys, I'm just so thankful to be here in front of this camera again. It has been, I think, almost to the dot, a year and 6 months. We are just shy of a year and 6 months since the last time we saw each other. And oh my goodness, how the time flies. It has just been a whirlwind. So much has happened since we last saw each other. I have so much that I want to fill you in on, and I also want to say thank you. Thank you for all of you who have stuck with me, who have stayed, subscribed to the channel. I did not mean to take a 1.5 year break from the channel. I truly didn't mean for that to happen, so I sincerely apologize. There was just a lot that happened in 2025, and because of it, I was not able to create content. So I sincerely apologize. But things are finally looking up and back to normal, and we are going to celebrate Halloween to the fullest. As most of you know, we celebrate Halloween here 365 days a year. And I have big plans for Halloween 2026, let me tell you. Things got so rough last year, I didn't even get to decorate for Halloween. And that is the first time in my entire time in being alive that I can remember of not doing that. So if that gives you any kind of insight as to how rough last year was, you kind of know what I mean. It's just been a whirlwind, and we're finally able to create content again, and that just makes my heart so happy. So thank you again for sticking with me. I sincerely appreciate all of you. And for anyone who is new here, my name's Jessie. And as I mentioned, we celebrate Halloween 365 days a year, but we also get into Victorian homemaking, Gothic decor. We love to do DIYs and any kind of informative video that kind of helps you be the best spooky homemaker that you can be. So if that sounds right up your alley, you came to the right place. And for those of you who are my original spookies, you might notice things have changed, like quite drastically. We are in the new townhome. I don't know how many of you saw my post that I made. I think it was the end of October of last year that I made this post of a townhome that my boyfriend and I had purchased. And we are all settled in. This is the new space, and I hope you guys will like it. I am so excited for you all to see it. I have big plans for this place, including doing something with that blank wall back there that is like driving me crazy. But I truly have big plans for this space, and I cannot wait to take you all on that journey with me. But welcome back. It has been too long. I hope all of you have been doing well. I don't even know where we were the last time we saw each other. I think the last video that I posted was October of 2024. Excuse me, I don't know. I literally started filming and I feel like I can't breathe. It's like allergies. Per the usual. I might honestly have to go get a drink of water. This is like, okay, I think we're gonna be okay. I think we'll make it. But it's just allergy season. I don't know what else to say. But anyways, I think the last time that we saw each other was October of 2024. And I think I was doing a decorate with me. Yes, it was a decorate with me. And I basically turned my coffee table into a dark forest display. And that feels like that was 1,011 years ago. That feels so long ago. I don't know where the time's gone. So when I say that I'm happy to be back, I truly mean that from the bottom of my heart. And I hope all of you have been safe. I hope you've been doing well. I hope you enjoyed both Halloween 2024 and Halloween 2025. I hope that it's crazy. We haven't seen each other for 2 Halloweens. So that's just absolutely insane. And I just hope that 2025 was good to all of you. It was not good to me. So I'm just going to put that out there. I really hope it was better to all of you. But anyways, as I mentioned earlier, today's video is going to focus on halfway to Halloween. It is officially that time. And what we're gonna, sorry, there's like an ambulance going by and crazy stuff happening outside. But what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing a halfway to Halloween decor haul. And as I mentioned, I've been curating quite a few pieces since we last saw each other. Even when life gets hard around here, we don't stop loving Halloween. We still partake in the spooky goods. You know, so I got quite a few pieces that I really want to show you today. And I'm really hoping that by doing so, this will get you all in the spirit of halfway to Halloween. I know some creators like to decorate to celebrate halfway to Halloween. Typically, I like to do a decor haul. So if that is something you're interested in, just make sure you stick around because I have some really fun things that I want to show you. Anyways, let's get into it. I'm trying to decide if I want to give the life update or start the decor haul first. I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll do it as I'm showing you some of the pieces, but I'm terrible at multitasking, so I don't know how that's gonna go. But anyways, let's just dive right into this. So, as I mentioned, we have a few pieces to go over that I've picked up since the last time we saw each other. The first things that I want to talk about is, let me just grab them here. These guys. These are some spooky Halloween lanterns that I picked up from Michael's recently. I'm going to put one of them down. But I picked these up so long ago, it's not even funny. So I got these probably in the beginning of 2025, I think. And they've just been sitting in my closet. I haven't had a chance to bring them to you all, so I'm really excited to do that. But basically, I picked up these 2 spooky lanterns, and I love these guys. These are just absolutely beautiful. I'm always looking, and I'm sorry for the glare from the ring light, but I'm always looking for a dark decor all year round piece, and these definitely fit the bill. I absolutely love them. They also open, so you can open the door, and you can put candles inside these, or whatever you want. I think these would also look really pretty as like a terrarium, where you can put like moss and grassy bits and just, you know, things to make it look really pretty in there. Or dried floral would look wonderful on these. But I personally plan on putting battery-operated candles in them, not tea lights. I want to put some, you know, some larger. Oh, I thought I closed this, but I did not. I want to put some larger candles in here because I really feel like those would really showcase the Gothic, like, aesthetic of these. I absolutely live for this kind of decor. They're just, and they're made out of, they have like, I think like a plexiglass on them, and they're tin. And they just got a lot of intricate design here. And just imagine, I want you to imagine for a second, if you will, just with these glowing with like 3 beautiful Gothic candles inside each of them. And I'm so excited to see that. I truthfully would leave that up all year round. But the beauty to these is they're versatile, so you can stand them or you can hang them, either or, and whatever you choose, they would look beautiful. But anyways, I picked these guys up at Michael's. I'm sure, because these are kind of old news, if I'm being honest. Like, they were out a long time ago. So if you snag some, I hope you like them. I think I picked these up for $34.99. I think I got them at the very end of the season. And so I think I got them for a little bit of a discount, but as you can see, they're just absolutely stunning, and I hope you like them. All right, moving right along, I think what I'm going to do is I'll talk about, you know, a decor piece, and then I'll talk about a life update. So, life update, just so you know where I've been. I know it's been 1.5 years, and I'm so sorry about that. But I have last year was really rough, and I consider myself a very artistic person. I consider myself an artist, honestly. And I don't know if anyone else out there is like this, but when my life feels like it's in chaos, I cannot create. I cannot create art. I can't work on I can't work with any medium, I can't work with any kind of creative outlet, because I feel like I have to, I know it might not be the healthiest thing, maybe those outlets would truly help me get through those times in my life, but I have to, whenever I'm going through a storm, I just have to focus on that and really just kind of go at it and give it my all to try to get through it the best I can. And unfortunately, that means I don't have any energy left over for anything else creative. So that's really, you know, what it boils down to. That's why I haven't been able to be on here in so long. And I missed Halloween 2025 completely. It was so depressing. But I won't bum you all out, but basically, the first life update that happened is back at the very end of 2024. It was in December of 2024, actually. My car's transmission went out, and it was a huge nightmare. I mean, I was out so much money on that, and it was a huge disaster taking it to shops and trying to get this figured out, and I had to get it towed, and it was, I didn't have a car for so long, and it was just such a financial headache, and so that happened, and then, you know, so I was without a car for a long time, and I was very, 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 it really, I don't know if you've ever replaced a transmission, but it's a very costly thing. And that, combined with some other things going on in life, made me very financially insecure for a little bit. And so that was rough. And then fast forward to March, around, I would say, the very beginning of March, it was announced that my property was selling. The property that I worked for, or my company was selling my property, and basically it meant all of us were going to be out of a job. So that's the next crazy thing that happened. And if any of you are job hunting right now, you know that for the last 7 months or so, or even longer, the job market has been absolutely crazy. So, there's just been a lot of, wild things going on. But those are the first updates. I'll keep telling you more things as we go through the video. But let's move right along to, let's see, I don't know what I want to talk about next. I always do this. I'm always so indecisive. Okay, I think I want to know. All right, I think I know what I want to talk about. The next thing I want to talk about is this guy. So this, I don't even know what you would call this. Let me fix this here. This is a cute little tabletop witch hat, and I am obsessed with this. I picked this up at a antique store, I think back in 2024. It was a long time ago. So I picked this back up in 2024, and it was just in a random spot. I don't even know if it was Halloween time when I picked this up. I honestly don't remember. But I found this at a cute little antique store that I frequent a lot, and I am obsessed with this. This is so far up my alley of like decorum that I enjoy. I like Halloween to be spooky, but also a little bit elegant. And I definitely think that this fits the bill. And it's just this cute little tabletop witch hat. It's very well made. It's got some lace on it. And just even the fabric is filled with foam or probably like cotton or something. And it has a really nice pedestal that it sits on. And I'm obsessed. This is just so elegant and cute and spooky at the same time. It checks all the boxes for me. And you could easily use this in so many displays. I mean, I can picture this sitting on a mantle. I can see this just sitting on, like, next to, like, a coffee bar. I can see this up, like, what I'm going to do with it is I'm probably going to put it above my kitchen cabinets. And I'm really excited to see it up there. I hope it'll fit. But that's my plan. No matter what, I'm going to find a place for this. Very versatile piece. Very, very classic. It really is timeless in my opinion. And you just can't beat it. And I'll give you one more little once around on that. But I picked that up. I unfortunately don't remember what I bought this for. I would say that I picked this, I think this was like in the $20 range, to be honest. It wasn't an arm and a leg. So anyways, got that. Moving right along. Oh, I know what I want to talk about. So, I am so excited about these. Okay. So the next thing I picked up, and again, this was 2025, so this was a while ago. But from Bath and Body Works, I picked up these guys. And what these are, aren't these cute? Aren't these so cute? What you're looking at here is just two golden owl pedestals from Bath and Body Works. I think they can hold a 3-wick candle. I think. But I am so obsessed with these, you guys. Look at the detail on these. Like, they even got these little florals that go all around them. All the feathers are very, very intricate, and you can see every single one of them. And just the beautiful filigrees that go around the top. I am obsessed with these. These are acrylic. So you can set your candle on that. And I love these. I love these so much. I picked these up at Bath and Body Works. I can't even decide. Each one, it has a slightly different shade of gold to it. I can't decide which one's my favorite. I think I'm gonna hold on to this one and set this guy down. So give me 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna set this guy over here. Okay. So I am obsessed with this. I live for decor like this. This, even though this is considered, you know, like it was made in modern time, this decor piece has a vintage feel to it. So, you know, anytime something looks antique, I am completely obsessed. You can use these in so many different things, so many different vignettes. These would be great all year round decor, and you truly could. They don't necessarily scream Halloween to me, and I even think that these were technically considered autumn or harvest decor for Bath and Body Works. So my plan for these is I am going to use them as all year round decor, and these are going to sit on my vanity. And I cannot wait to have these there again with the kind of fool's gold, paint that's on these. Gives these a true vintage Halloween, vintage look. It just looks very, very timeless, and it truly looks like a genuine antique. I mean, look at that, you guys. That is absolutely beautiful. And if you didn't look too close, I mean, you would think that this is vintage, in my opinion. I picked these guys up for $39.95. So they were a little pricey. I do believe I paid full price for them. I would do it again. And for those of you who know, I love owls. So that's another reason why I was so excited to pick these up, because I absolutely love owls. Owls are very, very sentimental to me. So I'm very, very excited to add these pieces to my collection. But anyways, picked those up. Okay. Oh, we are moving quickly through this. I hope I don't forget everything that okay, here we go. All right. Now, let's see, what else do I want to talk about here? I think I'll talk about this next piece. So, I go to this little shop every now and then that's local to me. It's called My Favorite Things Gift Shop. I've talked about them before on the channel. They are wonderful, and they always have very, very folky, kind of old world looking holiday decor for both Halloween, Christmas, really all of them. I even seen some Easter stuff in there once that was very folky and just kind of old world looking. And this piece is no exception. So from My Favorite Things gift shop, I picked up this gal. And she is glorious, you guys. This is a little Joe Spencer folk art witch, is what I'm going to call her. She is by an artist by the name of Joe Spencer. And if you've been around the channel, you know that I love Joe Spencer. I have talked about him a few times here before, and I have quite a few of his pieces. This little witch is just absolutely adorable, and she's got a very kind of almost like an eerie, unsettling look to her face. This part of her, I believe, is made out of like I don't know what this is. It's like not paper mache, but like a ceramic. No, I honestly don't know what her face is made out of. If that's like ceramic, I don't know, you guys. I think I'm wrong about that. If you know what that kind of texture is, I feel like if somebody said it, I would be like, oh, okay, I remember that. But no, so this part of her is very breakable. It's like some sort of, I'm sure this part of her was cooked in a kiln when it was made. So like same stuff that like pottery and stuff is made out of. Her face is very delicate. So this part of her is very fragile, and then the rest of her is, you know, cloaked in this beautiful wardrobe. I absolutely love her dress. Just look at all the details on there. And her little cute little black cat stuffed animal. That is such a nice touch, you guys. I absolutely love that. He is just a little plushy stuffed animal. You can squish him. And her hat is such a classic witch hat. Just a simple folk art classic witch hat. And you know what? The thing that sold me on her was her little, what do you call these? I don't even know what these are called. Are these like French braids? I'm going to call them French braids. If I am wrong, please let me know in the comments. But her French braids are what sold me. I just think those give it such a folky kind of old world, like Sleepy Hollow look. You know what I mean? She just reminds me of a girl who would like be in the background of Sleepy Hollow. Or, like, you know, when you decorate with this little gal, I could just see her being in, like, an old farmhouse or just somewhere in a big Victorian mansion, you know, with the old kind of decor style they used to use back then. I just love everything about her. Absolutely, 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Even her little feet. Look at her little boots. These are fragile, too. These are the same, you know, unknown... like material that I can't remember, that I can't think of, but they're very fragile. You don't want them to clank together or anything because I think they would crack, but they're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. And then her legs are just like a cloth leg. So she's posable, kind of. I mean, she doesn't stay, but you can kind of move her around. She's a little shelf sitter. So you just sit her down and then she's, you know, she's good to go. So love this piece. Absolutely love this piece. This is the kind of decor that I live for. Again, Joe Spencer, phenomenal. You should be able to pick her up probably on, like, you know, a website like Christmas Traditions or Joe Spencer's website. I bet you could find her if you want her. Luckily, I do have the price. It looks like she retailed for $96.95. So, you know, a little pricier, but I definitely think she is worth it. All right, and that brings me to my next life update. I promise I won't bore you all with the details too much, but basically, you know, you fast forward to early 2025. Another reason why I was gone for so long is because I did lose my job. As I mentioned, our property sold and all of us were without a job. And it was just terrible timing because 2025 is when the bad job market started. And the job market out there is rough. It really is. So I feel for you if any of you are out there going through it. But I lost my job in 2025. And I was job hunting, you know, for months and months and months and months and months. And I lost track of how many applications I put in, you know, and it was just so disheartening because I was at a point in my career and in my industry that I was very seasoned. I was very seasoned in my industry and very, experienced, and I had a lot of, a lot under my belt. You know what I mean? My resume was very good and polished, and, you know, I knew what I was doing. You know, I had been doing it for like 8 years, and even with that kind of experience, it didn't it didn't get me very far. I hate to say that. And it was a very scary time. It was a very scary time. Luckily, things worked out, but there were some points there where I was really scared that things were not going to work out for the best, you know what I mean? And I was very scared there for a little bit. So if you are going through it with your, in the job market or something, just know that I really feel for you. The job market is very, very rough out there right now. So that was another reason why I just literally, I physically couldn't create content. I had quite literally bigger fish to fry at that time in my life. So I do apologize, but I do hope that kind of helps put some things into perspective. Set her down. I'm trying to be very gentle. But things did work out. It was just weird. All at once, it's just like the universe just kind of opened up and everything just fell into place exactly how it was meant to work out. So my advice to you, if any of you are out there are going through it, especially looking for jobs or are just going through a storm of any kind, please know that I genuinely feel for you, and the best advice I can give is just trust in divine timing. I know that sounds really goofy. I don't want to say goofy. I shouldn't say goofy, but it may not be everybody's cup of tea for me to word it that way. I truly do believe in divine timing. So just trust that your life will work out how it is meant to work out. And I know that is not always helpful when you're going through it, but just know that is how it went for me. And if I could have, heard that advice while I was going through that time in my life, it probably would have given me a little bit of, peace from all of that stress and anxiety that I was going through. But anyways, that's basically like everything that happened. Lost job. I was going through major car troubles at the same time. I had a health scare with my acid reflux. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but I do suffer from acid reflux a little bit. So I had a health scare, and that all worked out. It's all okay. Just if any of you ever suffer with acid reflux, and if those of you who don't know, it's where acid, from your stomach can come up into your esophagus. Just take that very seriously. Don't ignore that, because it can turn into a really big problem. But anyways, there was that. There was a whole plethora of other things that happened that led to me not creating content. So just know that for all of you who stuck around, I am so thankful for you. And I promise you I have a lot of fun things planned. And I have huge plans for Halloween 2026. So I promise you are going to be rewarded for your patience. I promise. But anyways, that's the last life update I'm going to give. Let's just move on to the next order of business. All right, so I think the next piece that I want to talk about, all right, we'll just talk about this one. She is kind of a bulky gal. I don't think I've talked about her on this channel before. I hope I haven't. I don't think I have, but I also picked up this gal. Look at her, you guys. She's really big, so I'm sorry if I can't get her in the frame. Look at her. So what you are seeing here, this is a Karen Didion witch. I think I'm pronouncing that right. And she is just a little well, she's not little. She is a ginormous battery-operated fiber optic witch. And she is glorious. Look at her with her jack-o'-lantern and her little boots and her outfit. I'm obsessed with her witch hat, and it's even got a little metal spider on the tip of her witch hat. You guys, do you see that? I'm obsessed. Her broom is really well made. I love the actual branches that you see in it, and she is just glorious. I love her cape that she has. She's got this beautiful kind of spider web cape that she wears. And just everything about her is just absolutely stunning to me. She's even got this really cute, well, he looks pretty grumpy, I'm not gonna lie, but she's got this little black cat on the front of the pumpkin. And as I mentioned, this is all fiber optic. I don't think there are batteries in here, so, oh, there is. Look, you guys. So she is battery operated. And I did that for a very specific reason. I didn't want, so where I was planning on putting her was on my coffee table, and I can't really run cords there. So I figured, a battery operated piece would be the best. But I'm absolutely obsessed. I love her outfit. I really just love everything about her. She is just absolutely adorable. And she screams the season. She absolutely screams Halloween. And I hope you guys like her. I'm sorry that it's kind of hard to get her into frame. She's just really big. I picked this gal up for, oh, I lost the thing. I picked this gal up for $149.99. And, you know, I don't think that was a bad price for what she is. You know, Karen Didion, am I saying that right? Yeah, I am saying that right. Karen Didion makes a lot of these little witches, and they all have this classic witch with the green face kind of look, and, you know, they're just absolutely timeless. So, I hope you guys like her. She is really cute. I have plans for her for Halloween 2026. Moving right along, oh, I guess I should turn her off. Oh, and while I do that, I remembered there is one more life update. I already mentioned it, though. We moved in. The other big, huge, crazy thing that happened in 2025 is we moved into this big old spooky townhome. And it's my boyfriend and I's first place that we've ever had together. We made the decision in 2025 to move in together. And it has been the best decision ever. I'm so serious. I'm so happy that we finally took that step. It has felt so right. And, you know, his cats have become part of my family. He's adopted my tarantula, my spider. You know, he's accepted him as his own. And, you know, it's just been an absolute joy, you know, starting our, you know, this next chapter together. So that was another huge life event that happened, is we went through this major move. It was such a difficult move, not because like we were bickering or anything, but because like I have a lot of stuff, like antique things, and it's not easy to move a lot of those things. So, you know, it was a hard move. Because I lost my job, I wasn't anticipating on moving. I had planned on being at my last apartment that you all saw, where I was doing all the decorate with me's. I had planned at being at that apartment for another, like, at least another year. You know what I mean? And then the whole job situation happened, and we just decided it was time, you know, to move in together. So we're very excited about that. And I am so excited to show you guys this townhome. So we are so pleased with it. You know, it took a while for us to find the right place. You know, I had some specifics that I was looking for. Alex had some specifics that he was looking for, and we were just trying to find something that we could meet in the middle on. And we both feel very, very pleasantly surprised with this place. And I'm so excited to show you guys. I have big plans for this place, and I was actually going to ask you guys, hold on one second. Okay. I was actually going to ask you guys what you felt. You know, I always like to get your thoughts on things. So since I have big plans for this year, I'm going to be kind of, you know, coming at you with content, you know, way more frequently this year, you know, as a way to kind of make up for all the lost time that, you know, we experienced between 2024 and now. So with that being said, I have some ideas for some content that I think could be really fun. What would you guys think about a house tour? Is that something that you would want to see? You know, I don't want to do it if it's something that, like, you know, people are like, no, I don't really come here for that. You know, I just want to see the spooky, you know, the spooky goods that you find and the decorating videos. That's totally fine. If that's what you want, just, you know, I'm still going to do those things, but just let me know if that's kind of more all you want to see. But if you are interested in seeing a house tour, and of course, it would be on brand with our channel. You know, it would be a spooky house tour. You know what I mean? Everything's decorated, you know, Gothic Victorian in here. So I think you all would like it. But I don't want to I don't want to just throw that at you if it's not something that you would want to see. So please let me know if you would be interested in seeing a house tour of the brand new townhouse. I would love to do that. I would absolutely love to bring you guys along with me on that. So if that's something that you want to see, please, please, please let me know down in the comments if you would like to see a house tour, because I would be happy to do it. But anyways, moving right along. Oh, we are moving through this so fast, you guys. I have 3 things left. So we have 3 things left. Before I get into those things, I want to mention really quick, we have some big developments that have happened around here. So on the same vein as new content, we just expect there's going to be a lot of fun videos coming your way this year. So since I'm making up for lost time, I have so many fun developments to tell you about. So, part of this halfway to Halloween video is I wanted us to catch up a little bit. I have some big news. So for those of you who know, back in 2024, I had hinted in so many videos, I was like, oh, I'm working on a gallery wall. I'm working on a gallery wall. I'm so excited to bring you a gallery wall. And it was a Gothic Victorian gallery wall. And it was so funny how it wasn't funny, but it was so ironic how life worked out. I finally curated all the pieces for my Gothic Victorian gallery wall back in 2024. And then all the news happened with my property selling and everything like that, and losing my job and, all of that good stuff. And so I never got to do it. I never got to do the gallery wall. You guys. The gallery wall is finished. It's all done and it's hanging up. It's actually right behind me. You can see part of it. I don't know if you could see that ram head that's up there. There's like a ram, a taxidermy ram that's mounted up there. That is the very tippy top of the gallery wall. And you guys, there are so many fun, exciting Victorian Gothic pieces that are over there that I cannot wait to share with you. And I'm not gonna lie, that's a little bit of the reason why I would love to do a house tour, just so I can share those things with you. So that's the biggest update. I finally did the gallery wall, and it is glorious, and I'm so excited to bring that to you guys. The other big update, I'm just gonna say it, and there will be a video. I would love to do a video on this piece, because I think this piece, deserves her own video. But I don't remember if I mentioned it in videos past, but I got a new articulated skeleton. So, I'm sorry if that's not some of your cup of tea. I do apologize. Feel free to fast forward. But for those of you who have been around this channel, you know that I love skeletons, and I'm obsessed with skulls, and I've loved skeletons since I was old enough to love anything. And we actually already have one human skeleton. We have Catherine, who is the articulated skeleton that I showed in a very early on video on this channel. She's in like a display cabinet, and I had purchased her from an oddity shop. Same thing with this skeleton. We purchased her from an oddity shop, and she's she stands in front of the Gothic Victorian gallery wall, and she looks glorious, you guys. I am so excited for you to see, and I'm so sorry if I'm scaring anybody, but she is a genuine, authentic human skeleton. She's not fake. And I did purchase her from an oddity shop, the same one that I purchased the first one from. So that is another huge update that happened. So we brought her into this household, and that was a whole ordeal. And we named her Winifred. Her name's Winifred. So, and my boyfriend actually came up with that name. So if you would love to see her and the gallery wall that I completed, I would love to show you all that, either in a separate video or in a house tour. I think a house tour would be the easiest way, but just let me know if that is something you'd be interested in seeing. Anyways, moving right along, let's get through the rest of this decor haul. I think the next thing I want to show you is this guy. Look at this, you guys. So what you are seeing here is this, I believe this is a Bethany Low piece. And this is a piece that I purchased from a little store by the name of Christmas Traditions. I have talked about them so many times on this channel. We love Christmas traditions around here. They might be called traditions. I never can remember it. When you look them up, it seems like it could go either way. It seems like it could be like a little bit ambiguous. So I'm honestly not sure. But I picked this up from an online store called Christmas Traditions. And this is a phenomenal piece. So what you're looking at here is a large paper mache piece. And I don't remember what he is called. I'm so sorry, you guys. Yeah, it says that this is by Bethany Low. I just think he's the trick-or-treat boy. The trick-or-treat boy is what I'm going to call him. I don't know what else to call him. But we'll just call him Large Trick-or-Treat Boy. And he's made out of paper mache. And this is a phenomenal piece, you guys. So this is one of those vintage-inspired Halloween pieces that I live for. I've mentioned this a few times on the channel that I am obsessed with. I'm obsessed with vintage Halloween, and that is like, I think one of you. I used to think that vintage Halloween started from like, you know, the 90s and went back. But one of you were very generous, and you corrected me on that, and you said, I think it's the 50s, the 40s and the 50s maybe, or the 60s. I could be wrong. I think it's like 40s, 50s, 60s would be considered like this vintage style Halloween. But that's what this is inspired by. This isn't an authentic vintage piece. This was, you know, made in modern time, but it is meant to look vintage. I absolutely love the little frilled collar that you see here. I'm obsessed with that. I think that is just like a, oh, I used to know the name of this. I can't think of it. I don't remember what that's called, but it's a special kind of paper that you can make these frilled collars with. And he's got the same for his pom-poms. This is like an actual frilled paper. And then he's got his little lollipop, which is cute. I think you can remove this if you want. If you don't want it, if you just want it to look like he's running, which you can totally do if you want. I love a good versatile piece. So you can either do that, or you can have him hold the lollipop like that. Either one works, but I'm absolutely obsessed with this guy. He comes with this little jack-o'-lantern, and it is hollow on the inside. So as you all know, you can put a battery-operated tea light in there, and that is just going to make this glow so hauntingly beautiful. It would be amazing. But anyways, got this guy from Christmas Traditions. He is glorious. I absolutely love him. I have big plans for him for Halloween decorating 2026. So definitely make sure you stick around for that. All right, moving right along. Okay, so sorry that the lighting changed so drastically. I had to go and shut the blinds. Well, I had to stop filming and go shut the blinds because the sun moved to like a very like inconvenient place. So it was making it like the glare was just getting too bad. And I got tired of it making my face look super shiny. I swear, it's a curse. I don't like when I'm in like direct sunlight, like where it's blaring down on your face, because it always, for some reason, makes me look shiny. And I'm not shiny, I promise. I'm not shiny. I just, my skin doesn't like the sun. Anyways, I wanted to show you a couple of other items. We only have 2 pieces left in this halfway to Halloween decor haul, but I saved the best 2 for last. So this next piece here is probably one of my favorites. So give me 1 second. I'm just trying to pick it up here. This was a more recent purchase. I would say at the beginning of 2026, I picked up this guy. Look at this, you guys. Oh my goodness, I absolutely adore this piece. What you are looking at here is this is an antique, authentic Howard Kron lamp. And it's either Howard Kron or Howard Cromp. I don't remember, but I think it's Howard Kron. Howard Kron made all of these beautiful, table lamps back in the day. There is a name for them. They're called TV lamps. They're called TV lamps. So this is a Howard Kron TV lamp, and it's an authentic one. So this is one of the ones that were built, or it was created back in, gosh, I want to say like the 1950s. I think these were in the 1950s. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's where it comes from. And Howard Kron made all of these beautiful TV lamps. I know that he made a bunch of these vintage porcelain owls, and he also made a bunch of Siamese cats. There was something else. I don't remember what all the lamps he made were, but they were just these stunning porcelain TV lamps. And I think you can get these in both ceramic and in porcelain. This is a porcelain one, and I love this guy. It's just this authentic antique owl, and it's a TV lamp. And I'm sure you guys recognize this guy. You see these all over. This is how people used to decorate for Halloween back in the day. I'm pretty sure my grandpa had one of these. But these were like a designer thing that people got into. And I've noticed that they're circling back around. They're coming back into interior design and cute, spooky aesthetics. These are wonderful. Like, I'm serious. You can do so much with these. And what they are is they're just a lamp. They're TV lamps. So they would basically, back in the day, they would sit on top of your TV. But they have a bulb in them and just like an antique cord. But I am just obsessed. And this one has a green bulb, which I'm not crazy about. But I want to replace it with like a iridescent or a candescent light bulb. And I want it to be more of like a warm light coming from this guy. Currently, this guy has been sitting up on top of one of my kitchen cabinets, and he looks beautiful up there. He's literally the perfect size. I absolutely love him. And he was probably the thing that I was most excited to talk about in this halfway to Halloween haul. You guys, I'm serious. You see these everywhere. I was seeing these pop up on a lot of the spooky Facebook groups that I follow. I just see these circulating everywhere. If any of you, I'm sure a lot of you do, if you like this channel. If any of my viewers watch Christine McConnell, if that name sounds familiar, if you know, you know, she's phenomenal. She's absolutely phenomenal. She's like who I want to be when I grow up. But anyways, she has one of these. She has one of these exact owl lamps, and I honestly think that is where I originally saw this before I started seeing it circle around on Facebook and whatnot. I saw this on one of her videos, this owl lamp, and if you watch her stuff, you know that she's super into antiques and old things, and she had one of these. And it just, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, that is freaking phenomenal. How do I get one of those? I think I got this on eBay, and it's glorious, you guys. Let me turn on the bulb here. Let's see. Oh, I was going the wrong direction. I knew that was going to happen. Okay, there we go. And you don't, and just so you know, you don't have to turn the light bulb to get this on and off. I just have it plugged into the same outlet that my ring light is plugged into, and I don't want to fight with that outlet, so that's why I'm turning the bulb. But anyways, I am absolutely obsessed with this. Look at how it just glows, that hauntingly yellowish green glow. It's so beautiful, you guys. I love this piece. This is an all year round piece for me. I will keep this out 365 days a year, but it's a very versatile piece. It doesn't necessarily scream Halloween. You know what I mean? It's very versatile. I mean, I remember my grandpa had one of these in his house, and he never decorated for Halloween. So that's how I know that it's like very versatile. But anyways, picked this up. This, I'm not gonna lie, these lamps can get very pricey. Like very pricey. I don't remember the exact price range I picked this guy up for. I want to say it was over 200. So just know, because the longer that we move through time, the more valuable these become, because they don't make these anymore. So if you do want to pick one of these up, it's a Howard Kron lamp. I think you can get them in porcelain and ceramic. I would go for the porcelain personally. To me, they're absolutely beautiful. Love this guy. And I hope you like him too. I cannot wait to show you when he's all set up on, well, he's been set up. I have him set up in our kitchen right now, typically. But anyways, moving right along. Oh, let me turn this off. All right. All right, you guys. And that brings us to our final decor piece for our halfway to Halloween extravaganza / life update. But that brings us to our final decor piece. I will say I saved this one for last because this piece doesn't technically fall in the Halloween realm. It is more of a Gothic Victorian piece. And normally I would show it in its own separate haul video that pertains to Victorian Gothic aesthetic. So I'm sorry that I mixed it with Halloween. It's not technically a Halloween decoration, but I loved the piece and I really, really wanted to share it with you guys. So let me grab it. It's absolutely beautiful. This, I mentioned that I'm doing another gallery wall, a second gallery wall for that blank wall over there. There's going to be another gallery wall that we do there. This piece that I'm about to show you is the first piece that I picked up for that wall. So let me grab it. All right, I'm back. I'm always terrified when I'm handling this piece because this is one of those things that I stumbled upon accidentally, but I am so pleased with it. This is like so far up my alley. For those of you who have been around the channel for a while, you know that my normal aesthetic when I'm not decorating for Halloween, my all year round aesthetic is a Gothic Victorian aesthetic, like a very Gothic Victorian. Like think of like, like an antique, like authentic Victorian vibe, but with a very Gothic feel to it. That is my all year long aesthetic, and I absolutely live for it. And this piece absolutely fits the bill. I was so pleased when I came across this at one of my local antique stores. It's absolutely amazing. This will be the first piece for the newest gallery wall that we're gonna make, and I'm absolutely gonna take you guys along that journey with me. But without further ado, look at this guy. Look at this beautiful piece, you guys. So what you are looking at here, I'm sorry for the glare of the ring light, this is a vintage Christ Child and Mother Mary painting, but it was painted I believe it's painted. I can't tell if it was like a painting that, like a reprint, or if this was like genuinely painted on the back of this. I honestly can't tell. But it's painted on this vintage, like this vintage architectural piece, like this kind of interesting house architectural shape. It's just a big, solid piece of wood, but it's painted on, the back of this, and it's just this stunning old world vintage religious iconography. That is what you call this style of decor. It's called religious iconography, and it goes beautifully with a Gothic Victorian aesthetic. It's got that beautiful old world feel to it. It's got this beautiful patina look, and it just looks like it was made with real old paints, and that it just comes from like a different time. And that is the kind of aesthetic that I live for. I have shown other Gothic religious iconography on this channel in the past. Like, I don't know if you can see, but the glass dome that's right behind me, that is a baby Jesus statue that is over 400 years old. And it is also another prime example of religious iconography. So if you ever want to get into a Gothic Victorian aesthetic, religious iconography is where it's at. I am obsessed with this piece. It's just Mother Mary holding the baby Christ child, and it's just got such an old world look to it. I mean, look at this, you guys. This is just like another level. I am just so beyond pleased with this. This is probably one of the most beautiful decor pieces I have ever stumbled upon, and I got it for a steal of a deal. I don't know if the price is still on it. It's not. But it's beautiful because look, it even has the little tag that says it was made in Italy. So this is just one of those like authentic conversation pieces that, people will just absolutely lose their mind over when you hang it up in your home. So I know it's not quite Halloween, but it is a Gothic Victorian aesthetic piece, and it's absolutely stunning, and I figured it deserved its own kind of, outro in this video. So I hope you guys like it. It's definitely one of my favorites. And like I said, this is the first piece that's going on that blank wall that you see behind me. This is going to hang there, as well as a taxidermy hair that I'm going to purchase soon. And I also have a wall sconce that I got when I went to Rome a few years back that I'm going to hang up there, as well as a whole plethora of other pieces that, so, and I'm going to take you guys along with me on that journey. So since we missed out on documenting the first gallery wall that I made, I definitely want to show you guys the process as I make this new gallery wall. And I will take you along with me, and that'll be its own video. So stay tuned for that. But anyways, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and chatting about Halloween and a lot of these new decor pieces that I picked up. And thank you so much for everyone who stuck around the channel while I was MIA. I truly appreciate you all from the bottom of my heart. I promise you, I have no intentions of taking a break from YouTube that long ever again. So, just God willing, I'm really hopeful that, 2026 is better. So far, it's been amazing. So far, it's been wonderful. I hope your 2026 is treating you well, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. I will, like I mentioned earlier in this video, definitely let me know down in the comments if you would like to see a house tour. That is one of my plans for upcoming content. Another for sure plan that I have for upcoming content is I'm going to be documenting my purchase of a Victorian mirror, and I wish I took a picture of the name of it, and I'm so sorry, I don't remember. It's just like it's like a sitting room mirror, and it's huge. It's like, I want to say this thing is like 11 feet tall. It's huge, and it's a Victorian Gothic mirror that I found at an antique store that I'm absolutely obsessed with. I am trying to save up for it right now because it's, you know, this year I'm all about trying to be smart with my finances. But I'm very close to the goal that I set with myself. And so that video will be coming to you very soon. So it'll be a whole documentation of me purchasing this Victorian mirror and my boyfriend and I getting it set up in this house. And we'll do a whole kind of debut of it. So stay tuned for that. But as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please stay safe and happy Halloween.